guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pick.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Right there.
Now Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground with Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that hits the crossbar. It comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. Give him 55 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less than a field goal attempt for him.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
2-yard line.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage to help their spot and stacked him up.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
A 2-yard.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up with Clement. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's third.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones looking for Shepard deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
And it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Got a man, Slayton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now Jones. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jones pass complete.
Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
I'm coming after you. Right there, 54. Right there, 54. Hey, let's get this.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
Wentz now on 1st down. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
To Zach Ertz.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. It's Stills bringing it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
41-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are back within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block them downfield.
And you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
On the play.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 44, Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Sterling Shepard.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Working from the gun, Wentz.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jones. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Room here to run. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
Jones hit in the ball zone, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Footing always a concern, but the extra points have been good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants.
The ball carrier.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 77 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive. With a one-play drive of your own, and you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
Dion Lewis.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Giants.
Jones on 1st and 10. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Jones.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Number 88.
Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Yo.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Miles Sanders.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll go again with Sanders. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Jones to throw again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The partner, to me, that one was all about time.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down.
Yards to go.
And the blitz does come. Looking for Shepard deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school club.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. But it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first
Filet,
time.
filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Right.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Number 26, Miles.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
36-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st down, Giants.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Lewis, the
linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Roughing the passer defense.
Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down, and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pass intended for Golden.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Throwing again. Jones. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized. And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
The score, Giants.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good pickup there, 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Carson Wentz.
Marcus Golden in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Room to run past midfield. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Touchdown, Philadelphia! 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Blake Martinez.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
At their own 21-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch.
They got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
38 yards on the play.
A big pickup of 38.
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Complete.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Jones pass.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Second and
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
The Giants.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Both Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Anuno's got it. Complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Now Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have moved down in front here in the 4th quarter. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
So now Jones and the Giants down by 4, 2:12 to play. They're out of timeouts. Now they will have the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down, New York.
Back to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with time running out. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now it's the Eagles' turn, trailing by a field goal. 25 seconds remaining. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. It's brought in by Jeffrey. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Wins to throw, and he'll hit Jeffrey complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Now Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
48.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will get